During this week's broadcast of Fox News Channel's Sunday Morning Futures, Senator Ted Cruz, Republican Texas, tied Biden advisor Susan Rice's departure to the struggles of the Biden White House heading into the 2024 presidential election. The Texas Republican called for the Joe Biden, who served under Barack Obama as vice president, to be brought back. 70% of the people who have been polled in Fox News polls say that they're unhappy with the job Biden is doing on the economy. 70% others say that they do not want him to run for re-election, host Maria Bartiromo said. What's your take on Biden running for re-election, announcing it this week, the day after Susan Rice steps down? I found that very curious. Why did Susan Rice step down right before her boss was about to announce his re-election? Look, I think rats are fleeing the ship, Cruz replied. Joe Biden, you look at the little 3-minute video that he did, it obviously had to be from a teleprompter because they couldn't trust him to actually stand in front of a crowd and speak. His message, he couldn't talk about any policy because the policy has been a mess. He couldn't talk about inflation. It's been a mess. He couldn't talk about crime. He couldn't talk about immigration. He certainly couldn't talk about foreign policy. Instead, his message, finished the job. This job has been disastrous. Everything Biden has touched has gotten worse. And, Maria, I have got some advice for Joe Biden on the debt ceiling, someone he should listen to. President Biden should listen to Joe Biden. Joe Biden in 2011 was the vice president. Republicans had taken the House, he continued. Republicans held a hard line on the debt ceiling. And Joe Biden, then vice president, went and personally negotiated the deal that became the Budget Control Act, a bill that was designed to cut over $2 trillion in our debt. It was the most significant fiscal restraint ever passed in modern times. And you know who didn't engage in this kind of irresponsible fearmongering? Barack Obama, the president. He sent Joe in and said, let's reach a deal. That Joe Biden from 2011 needs to come back, not the guy they got right now locked in the basement and a White House that's being run by 25-year-old radicals who figure, heck, just let it all default, Cruz added. What do we care? These are little Marxists with no experience in the real world. We need to bring back the Joe Biden who's done this before, not the one who is behaving like a terrorist, which is what Biden is doing right now.